2025 is here and we of course are going to continue creating videos for you. Also, something that never changes is we offer Windows 11 Pro retail keys. For just $12.50, purchase one today and you are good to go for the end of the year when Windows 10 is end of life. A while ago I showed you guys something truly insane. The wonderful world of Oblivion imported in Unreal Engine 5 via its ESM files. This project took the entire map of Oblivion and brought it into the next-gen graphics engine of Unreal Engine 5, complete with real-time lighting, physics, real-time weather, and just insane environmental details. And guess what? The same creator, Greg Coulthart, is working on another project as well, and this might actually be even crazier than the Oblivion Unreal Engine 5 import. So today we're going to dive into UnrealCraft. This is a fully procedural voxel-based world running in Unreal Engine 5.5. Think of it like Minecraft on steroids, with real-time lighting, high-end physics, and some truly wild terrain generation. Now, if you saw my last video on this Oblivion demo, you already know Greg Coulthart is a seriously talented Unreal Engine developer. He's been pushing Unreal Engine 5 to the limits with projects that showcase what's possible when you mix procedural generation, physics, and cutting-edge lighting and real-time weather effects. But unlike his Oblivion demo, which was all about bringing an existing world into Unreal, even while it was already truly amazing, UnrealCraft is something completely original. A full-on voxel-based sandbox running entirely in Unreal Engine 5.5. And this thing isn't just a Minecraft clone. It's got a full procedural map generator, a working block building system, liquid physics, biome support, and even AI NPCs running around. So in this video, I will be breaking down everything UnrealCraft has to offer, showcasing its features, testing out its mechanics, and of course, seeing if this could actually be some kind of next-gen Minecraft style experience. So we'll go over what makes UnrealCraft different, how it works, and whether it could become a real game someday. And of course, if you love seeing Unreal Engine projects like this, want to see things like this being covered, please subscribe to my channel because it really helps me a lot. And I would say let's jump right to the next chapter. Alright, so let's start with the basics. What exactly is UnrealCraft? At first glance, you might think it's just Minecraft in Unreal Engine 5, but this project is so much more than that. UnrealCraft is a full-on voxel-based procedurally generated sandbox built entirely in Unreal Engine 5.5. So unlike traditional voxel games which often use custom engines, this one takes full advantage of Unreal Engine's cutting-edge tech, meaning you get real-time lighting, next-gen physics, and insane terrain generation all in one package. Now, this isn't just some random abandoned project. This is being developed by Greg Coulthart, the same guy, like I said before, who brought us that mind-blowing Oblivion and Unreal Engine 5 demo, and he has been experimenting with procedural generation in Unreal for a while. And this, I have to say, he takes it definitely to another level. The goal here isn't just to make another Minecraft, because we've seen that so many times, so many mods already. This is to see how far Unreal Engine can push voxel-based worlds, realistic physics, and advanced procedural terrain. I hope that Greg agrees with me if I would cut down everything about UnrealCraft in the following 6 features. The first one I would say is the procedural terrain generation. So first off, the world isn't pre-designed, it's all generated dynamically, just like in Minecraft. But because this is Unreal Engine, you get much more complex height maps, noise functions, and terrain formations. The next one is the voxel-based buildings and destruction. So of course, it wouldn't be a voxel game without building and breaking blocks. So you can place and remove blocks just like in Minecraft, but here everything is running on Unreal Engine's physics system, so expect some really cool surprises. Then the third point I would say is the advanced biome system. So unlike some voxel projects that keep things simple, UnrealCraft features a biome system that affects terrain generation, lighting, and even different materials. The fourth point would be, I would say, dynamic lighting and ray tracing, of course, because it's built in Unreal Engine 5, and it means UnrealCraft takes full advantage of Lumen for real-time global illumination, meaning lighting reacts realistically as you dig, build, or explore. The fifth point is the liquid physics and propagation system. So Minecraft's water physics, pretty basic. UnrealCraft, however, actually simulates liquid flow dynamically, so water behaves more naturally when you dig or place blocks around it. And the last point I would say is the AI NPC and navigation system. So this is another crazy feature. UnrealCraft supports AI-driven NPCs, meaning creatures and characters can actually move around using Unreal Engine's nav mesh system. So why does any of this matter? Well, Unreal Engine was never really designed for voxel-based games. It's usually used for high-end photorealistic environments but not block-based worlds. But Greg Coulthart has figured out how to make it work, combining procedural generation with Unreal Engine 5's insane graphics engine. This means that this could be the first step towards next-gen voxel-based games with ultra-detailed lighting, physics, and AI, of course. Alright, we've talked about the features, but how does it actually play and feel? Well, we dropped into a completely procedural world, so this means there are no pre-made maps here. Everything is randomly generated on the fly. First things first, movement feels pretty much smooth and the same as a classic FPS. It's just WASD controls, jumping, sprinting, it's all here. But one big difference, the world just looks and feels different. The lighting reacts dynamically and the way shadows shift with the sun makes it feel more immersive than the usual flat lighting and voxel games. So in regard to the procedural terrain, so unlike Minecraft's chunky block formations, UnrealCraft uses a combination of purlin noise, height maps and biome blending to make things feel more organic. So we got mountains, rolling hills, deep valleys and even cave systems forming below the surface. And because Unreal Engine handles the rendering, everything stays sharp and smooth, even at a distance. And of course, what's a voxel game without placing and breaking blocks? This works just like you would expect. Left click to break, right click to place. But if you check out it for yourself, you notice how the lighting updates dynamically. That's because Unreal Engine's Lumen system is the one doing this, adjusting the shadows and reflections instantly. So this is something that Minecraft doesn't do natively. Here, light actually reacts to the environment in a way that makes caves and enclosed spaces feel way more immersive. Unlike Minecraft's simple water blocks, UnrealCraft has a propagation system that lets water flow more naturally. So this means it actually spreads out and fills empty spaces over time, which makes for some really interesting mechanics. And because it's an Unreal Engine, I wouldn't be surprised if this system could be expanded in the future, maybe for lava, quicksand, and more advanced fluid physics. So this one kind of surprised me, but UnrealCraft actually supports AI-controlled NPCs. So instead of just wandering mobs, we have characters that use Unreal Engine's nav mesh system to navigate terrain. And this is pretty impressive because pathfinding in a voxel-based world isn't easy. In fact, that UnrealCraft's AI can navigate these blocks smoothly means there's potential for smart AI-driven creatures or even enemy mobs in the future. Alright, so we've explored UnrealCraft's features, tested its gameplay and seen how it performs, but now let's answer the big question. How does this actually compare to Minecraft? Also, of course, because we have seen plenty of Minecraft videos with RTX enabled. Well, Minecraft obviously is the king of voxel-based sandbox games, but UnrealCraft is bringing some next-gen technology into the mix. So I would say in this final chapter, let's break it down, what's similar, what's different, and could this be the future of voxel gaming? I would say first off, let's talk about what UnrealCraft and Minecraft actually have in common. The first thing is that both are voxel-based sandbox worlds, so at their core this means both games are built around a procedural block-based world where you can place and remove blocks freely. Pretty much as you know from Minecraft, this is also working similar as in UnrealCraft. I would say the next similarity is that both have procedural terrain generation. This means that both games generate their worlds on the fly using noise functions, biome rules, and terrain algorithms. That means that every world is unique, shaped by mathematical patterns instead of pre-designed maps. And I would also say both features exploration, biomes, and environmental interactions. So both games encourage exploration, letting you discover different biomes, climb mountains, dig deep underground, and shape the landscape however you want. Now, if you're hearing that, you would think, okay, then what's really different about UnrealCraft? Here is where things get really interesting, because UnrealCraft takes a completely different approach in lots of areas. First one is graphics and lighting, the biggest and most obvious difference. And how is that possible? Of course, Unreal Engine 5.5. So Minecraft uses a very simple baked lighting systems. Shadows don't really update dynamically and torches just create a glow. Of course, we have seen some really cool RTX mods for it, but yeah, it's not really, it's very heavy first of all, and it's not the same as it is in Unreal, because in UnrealCraft you have lighting is completely dynamic because of Lumen, and Lumen is such an amazing technique. An example means that shadows can change based on the time of day. Interiors actually feel dark until you add a light source. And Minecraft's water is simple, it's either a full block or a flowing block, and it never really changes. But UnrealCraft simulates liquid propagation dynamically, meaning that water spreads and adjusts naturally to the terrain. And this opens up some crazy possibilities for realistic rivers, waterfalls, and even advanced physics-based mechanics in the future. And like I said earlier, the last point, AI and NPC behavior. Minecraft mobs follow pretty basic pathfinding. They move in straight lines, get stuck on obstacles, and don't really think about the terrain. But in UnrealCraft, NPCs use Unreal Engine's nav mesh system, meaning they can navigate complex terrain more naturally. Of course, there are some points now where Minecraft still wins. I mean, this is probably the most modded game in the world at this point. And even while UnrealCraft is very, very impressive, there are some things, of course, you should take in consideration. First of all, UnrealCraft currently now is more of a tech demo than a full game, and that means Minecraft is, of course, still the full game. It has the crafting, survival mechanics, redstone logic, multiplayer, and just years and years of content updates and mods. So it's not really a fair comparison, but before you're going to jump into this project thinking it's a fully blown game, this is, for now, more of a tech demo, but of course Greg Coulthart is really working hard on it. And of course we have the optimization and performance. Currently right now Minecraft is built on an engine specifically designed for voxel-based gameplay, so it runs on almost anything, even low-end PCs and even mobile phones, tablets, etc, etc. So UnrealCraft on the other hand requires a more powerful GPU and a lot more memory, since Unreal Engine wasn't originally built for voxel-based worlds. That's also something to keep in consideration. So, could UnrealCraft ever replace Minecraft? The question is, could UnrealCraft be the future of voxel games, or is it just a cool tech experiment? Honestly, I think this project shows the insane potential of Unreal Engine 5 for procedural voxel-based worlds. If someone was to take this foundation, and maybe if Greg doesn't have the time for himself, and build the full survival game, or he sells it maybe to a company, multiplayer support and crafting mechanics, we could see definitely an amazing next-gen Minecraft competitor. So that being said, Minecraft isn't of course going anywhere right now. It's got the community, it's the biggest modded game in the world, the history, the many platforms. It's not really of a fair comparison putting it against a single-man project right now. As far as I know, Minecraft originally was also a single-man project, which is super funny, of course. But yeah, it shows the absolute potential that projects like these have. I mean, normally you have AAA studios with hundreds of people, and this is just created by a single person. And with that, we come to the end of this video. So I really think Greg Coulthart did an awesome job. You can check out his Discord to download demos from it as well. And I want to thank you for watching this video.